We can start by creating a welcome environment by understanding that to be welcoming, we need to be intentional and include everyone. So to be able to have diverse talent and a diverse talent statement or vision, mission, it starts with inclusion or conscious inclusion, being really intentional of what it is that we want to be. It may be a little bit aspirational, but that diversity isn't just what we see, meaning race, age, ethnicity, national origin. It's also diversity of experience and diversity of thought and communication style. We transition to equity and representation. To be able to get to that is not enough to just recruit people. We need to work on retention and belongingness. And then when people feel that they belong, they can bring their best selves to work. And when they bring their best selves, that's when you feel that your organization is being transformed. And you go from diversity and inclusion to representation and equity. There's explicit bias or unconscious bias. And some people may well say, I don't have bias. We all have some level of bias. So the first thing that I think that we need to be mindful of is our bias or our biases if we have more than one. And then we also need to look beyond traditional ways of how we attract or recruit talents. So many times people say, well, I want to hire more diverse advisors or develop more diverse talent, but I don't see anybody out there. And you know what? They are right, because perhaps they're looking in the same place. I have heard people say that people will not buy in if they don't weigh in, and I think there's some truth to that. So as a firm leader, you are going to have a vision, you are going to shape the culture, but it is important that you communicate your vision and the mission of what you're trying to accomplish with your team. And this is what people have told me, your vision should not evolve, but the steps or the strategy in which you realize your mission may. So I think it's important for you to be able to get to where you want to go. Understand that diversity, inclusion, equity, and representation, it is not a sprint, it's not a marathon, it's a relay. We are all in this together and we can cross the finish line. I think the most important thing is to have certain, for lack of a better term, ground rules. To have a more inclusive environment, you need to have certain ground rules, and that means respect, integrity, and then also people need to know that they belong. They need to know they belong. They need to know that they're valued, and then they need to know that they're supported. So all of these elements together. And as I mentioned, you're not in this alone, you're in this together. So it is a relay, it's a team sport. They want to feel supported, they want to feel valued. You also have to allow people the time to learn. And when we're learning, we're making mistakes. And we both can be right. My way of doing something may be right for me, and your way of doing something can be right for you. You're right, I'm right. But what really matters is that we are taking the time to understand one another. Understand doesn't mean we agree, but when people feel they're understood, that's when they feel that they can challenge themselves and not worry as much about failure.